Good morning, children. In my last class, I had explained you about the regions of civil disobedience movement. In this video, I am going to explain you about Dandi March and Gandhi Ruin Pact. So watch it. Civil disobedience movement. Before starting the movement, on 31st Jan 1930, Gandhi sent a letter to Viceroy Irwin stating 11 demands, 11-point ultimatum. When he was refused, Gandhiji started the movement with his famous Dandi March from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi on the Gujarat coast. One of the most important events in India's struggle for independence took place when Mahatma Gandhi launched the civil disobedience movement with his famous Dandi March, which began on 12th March 1930 and ended on April 6, 1930. On 12 March 1930, Gandhi left the Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad on foot with 78 other members of the ashram for Dandi, a village on the western sea coast of India, and covered a distance of about 385 kilometers or 240 miles from Ahmedabad. They reached Dandi on 6th April 1930, and there Gandhi broke the salt law. And during that time it was illegal for anyone to make salt as it was a government monopoly. Gandhi defied the government by picking up a handful of salt which had been formed by the evaporation of sea. And with this, there started civil disobedience movement. And why Gandhiji selected defy of salt? Why he selected this? He had selected to attack the salt laws because the salt tax affected all sections of society, especially the poor section. What were the programs of the Dandi March? The programs were defiance of salt laws, boycott of liquor, boycott of foreign cloth and British goods of all kinds, non-payment of taxes and revenues. This is all about your Dandi March. After Dandi March, directly come to Gandhi Ruin Pact. Gandhi Ruin Pact it was an agreement signed on March 5th, 1931 between Gandhi, leader of the Indian nationalist movement, and Lord Irwin, the British Viceroy of India during that time. It marked the end of a period of civil disobedience or satyagraha in India against British rule that Gandhi and his followers had initiated with the Salt March. By this act, the government agreed to withdraw all ordinances and end prosecutions, release all political prisoners except those guilty of violence, permit peaceful picketing of liquor and foreign cloth shops, restore the confiscated properties of the satyagrahas, permit the free collection or manufacture of salt by persons near the sea coast. The government agreed to do all this, whereas in turn Congress agreed to suspend the civil disobedience movement, suspend to participate in the second session of the Roundtable Conference, agreed to participate in the second session of the Roundtable Conference, and not to press for investigation into police excesses. So children, this is one of the most important number for you, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Because of this Gandhi-Irwin Pact, civil disobedience movement came to an end. So this is the most important number for you. Properly make a note of it. Second Roundtable Conference, September 7th to December 1st, 1931. It was attended by Gandhiji as a representative of the Congress according to the term of Gandhi-Irwin Pact 1931. Along with Gandhiji, there were other leaders of Congress also attended this. Among them, there were Sarojini Naidu, who represented Indian women, Madan Mohan Malviya, Ghanashyam Das, Birla, Muhammad Iqbal, Sir Mirza Ismail Diwan of Mysore, S.K. Datta, and Sir Saeed Ali Imam. This conference saw an overwhelming number of Indian delegates. But unfortunately, the conference was soon deadlocked on the minorities issues, with separate electorates being demanded not only by Muslim but also by the depressed classes like Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians and Europeans. In the second Roundtable Conference, what were the demands of Gandhiji or Congress? The demands were a responsible government must be established immediately. Secondly, Congress alone represented political India. The untouchables were Hindus and should not be treated as a minority. There should be no separate electorates. But these claims of Gandhiji's were rejected by other Indian delegates, those who were belong to the minority classes, depressed classes. That's why Gandhiji returned to India with a disappointed mood. Let us know the outcome of second Roundtable Conference. What were the outcome? The sole outcome of this session was the widening of the gap between the Congress and the minorities. So these are all about your chapter 6. Prepare properly and note down everything. Thank you, children.